And mental health and healing is heavily promoted and is no longer a taboo topic that people are hiding from. Have you ever dealt with any unwanted emotions, thoughts, or feelings? And how did you pull through?
Good question. When I explained earlier about when I was 15, I was struggling with depression. That's broken off. The thing is, I think when people call it mental health, I think a lot of people do have issues. Some are spiritual, but most of the time I think it's mainly just people not taking responsibility or expecting something that is unrealistic. They expect to be somewhere in their life that they are not yet. They said, oh, by the age of 30, I should have been married, I should have kids, I should have made my first million, and so forth. People have unrealistic expectations, and I believe that's the root of a lot of mental health issues, where they think they should be somewhere, but they're not. And they make up excuses. But to be honest, I'm assuming you seem like a fit girl. In shape. Like, have you been to the gym before, right?
Yeah, I do tend to go.
Have you ever left the gym feeling depressed?
Absolutely not.
Ever?
Unless I've had an encounter with somebody who might annoy me. Other than that, when I have a workout, I feel absolutely energized, rejuvenated. I feel like I can just take over the world, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what if I told you that if you ever feel quote unquote mental health, or if you ever feel depressed, just do 20 push-ups. Every time you feel depressed, just do 20 push-ups. Because what happens is your brain begins to release endorphins and release a sense of dopamine. And then serotonin is released in the brain, where you start to feel more calm and relaxed. I think if you look at people who are depressed, the first thing I would ask is, how often do you work out? Because it's impossible for you to be a gym rat, for you to work out every day in the gym, hardcore, and be depressed. It's impossible. It's like oil and water. They can't mix. It's like light and darkness. You can't have both in the room. So do you go to the gym? Okay, now let's look at your diet, because what you eat. If you are eating crap, like processed sugar, if you're drinking a bunch of fizzy drinks, if you're going to McDonald's every day, if you're going to KFC every day, if you're eating Krispy Kreme donuts every day,
if you're smoking,
if you're taking drugs and you're chasing your first high that you had when you was a teenager, that's probably one of the roots. You need to cut that out of your life and replace it with a better habit.
Click, click, and clickety click.
There you go. So if someone's coming to me and saying that they're depressed, before I ask anything, I always ask, how often do you work out? Start working out. Are you in shape? What do you eat? How often do you go outside and get some vitamin D from the sun? Because that contributes to your mood. Vitamin D. And most people, especially in the UK, have vitamin D deficiency because there's not enough sun. But is there? Or are we just not going out enough?
I think we're just not going out enough.
Yeah.
Because you can literally get the sun in different kind of like moments, especially in the morning, when it's not at its peak and its highest. The sun, the UV ray lights are not as harmful as well. So taking a stroll as the sun is rising is most definitely, and even just going into fresh air, into the woods, into the trees, into taking a stroll in, down your road.
Yeah, there you go.
There's so much that we can actually do, but like you said, it's sometimes our environment does restrict us. Unfortunately, it is quite grey sometimes in the UK. But let's not be a victim to the greyness.
Exactly. So how do we find a way around that? We don't have much sun. You can take supplements, vitamin D supplements. You don't need it to be hot. All you need is sunlight. And even if the sun is clouded, but is covered by clouds, you going out and looking directly into the clouds triggers, I can't remember what chemical in the brain that it triggers, but it triggers something. Is it cortisol? It monitors your cortisol levels or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but it contributes to your mood. If you go out, if you get sunlight before screen light in the morning, first thing in the morning, it benefits your mood so much. I know some of our alarms are on our phone and we wake up like scrolling through phone. That's fine as long as you just go out straight after. Which every morning I go out for a walk to Regent's Park. I live next to Regent's Park. So I go out for a walk every single morning to Regent's Park. I get my vitamin D from the sun. I do also something from time to time, not always, but I do something called earthing, where I just lay on the grass and take my shoes and socks off and have direct contact with the ground, because there is like an electric current it's interesting to when I study this, when I looked into
the magnetic field as well.
Yeah, it's like there's a magnetic field, there's like an electric current beneath us, and it's as if we need to tap into that energy through what they call earthing or grounding, where your skin directly comes into contact with nature, which is the grass or the sand. I mean, when you walk, I'm sure you've walked on the beach before. When you walk on a beach, don't you feel like, isn't there some sort of with like barefoot? You walk on a beach barefoot on a sunny day, your mood significantly increases, not just because of the vitamin D from the sun, but also because your feet are coming in direct contact with the earth, with the ground. And it's like, it's good for inflammation. If you look this up, it's called grounding or earthing. When your feet, or when your skin, or it could be your hands, come in direct contact with the earth, whether it be the grass or the sand, then there's something that triggers in your body. It's like some sort of electric current triggers in your body, and you can sleep better. Your inflammation goes away in your body. It's really good. It is a deep topic.
Very deep. And grounding is something that I practice daily. Whenever I see grass, whenever I see the ground, I just feel very excited and want to become one with nature. I am a very big advocate of connecting with nature and what feels good and natural to you.
Yep.
Wow.